Blended learning before and now are completely different. When I first started teaching fifth grade, I didn't really know much about blended learning. Also, we didn't have one-to-one computers. There were different limits. We did some of it, right? Students were collaborating on Google and things like that, but it wasn't fully blended learning in a sense where kids were collaborating, communicating, and having choice in their path and their pace of learning. So with blended learning in the beginning, I was constantly trying to find reading materials, small group materials for math, for science, for everything that was targeting the reading level of the student that I'm trying to work with. And now I've always had, every elementary school has kids that are all different levels. That's one of the beauties of elementary school. As teachers, we have to differentiate, but it also becomes one of the banes of our existence at times. So with that in mind, being able to blend allowed me to more seamlessly hide the fact that students were on different levels. Fifth graders become so aware of their differences. And honestly, I feel like any upper elementary student is very aware if they are reading below level or doing math and having a hard time with it. So I'm able to assign different materials to students online, and only that child knows it only goes to them. Or they might not even know, or that group and can get assigned to it without it being so obvious. So by getting blended and becoming more efficient in my blended learning and learning about new tools, I was slowly able to build up to where I have now, different groups, all very similar looking materials, but going to the level that the students need. It really has changed my life as a teacher. It has really impacted for the benefits and provided so many opportunities for some of my kids. One of my favorite experiences that I had was one of my students who had dyslexia. She really wanted to read an above grade level book for our book clubs. And because of blended learning, she was able to read the different chapters for her to listen just a little bit ahead of time. And she was able to listen to it and be part of that discussion. Never before had she been able to be part of the higher reading group. And I've seen her now, she's going into high school soon, and she has started to really love reading. She read that whole series. Her mom found it on audiobooks and was able to read that whole series because it wasn't a comprehension issue. It was a decoding issue. So using blended learning to help notice how we can kind of build those scaffolds and build those seams between students really boosted the confidence in my kids, and it created a much happier and inclusive environment.